Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll try to write a song or a musical score using Aldax. Okay, so for now what I've chosen to do is the starting chords of the song Let It Be. So this was line 1. So how I got to this page, you simply go in here and then type Let It Be chords. So you will get this as the first page itself in the results. So that will tell you what are all the chords present along with the lyrics. So second line, so that is what we'll try to do here. Simple project. So once again, adding to the point on my previous video, what is Aldax, you get this chords very easily, but you won't get the notes easily. You'll have to go in and Google what are all the notes, or either you'll have to calculate. In this particular case, you are given positions for guitar, and there is also a piano tab here which will show you. But then again, this will be easy for you to play out in a keyboard if you have one. But if you're writing a score on Alda, you need to write what are all the notes. Okay, I have a keyboard here in front of me. We can I'll use this for helping myself. So okay, let's assume you have installed both Alda and Aldax. So there is a separate video for that, how to use Aldax. That will cover installation as well as the usage. Okay, I'll assume that you've done that. So let's start writing the song. If you are not very sure about the Alda syntax, you can go inside and have a look at their docs. It has a good list of what you need to know. Or simply to get started very quickly, you can take a look at the examples within Aldax. So for now, there are 3 songs. You can also see this particular song is there. But now I've added a feature to Aldax which will make us write the song better. So that is what we'll do now. So let us take a look at some other song. Okay, as you can see here, this line will tell Alda what is the tempo in which the song is set, and then you're allowed to give variables like this. Variables contain Alda syntax like this, and the angular brackets are used to move between one octave to another. So this one will move the octave to the left, go to a more bassier tone, and then the one pointing to the right will move to a higher octave. And this is what I was talking about, the chords. You can follow the syntax that is given in Aldax, and then you'll be able to write scores like this. Okay, so we'll get started with this. We'll start with the tempo 72. That is what I think will be accurate. If it is not okay, we'll change it, of course. We'll start with an instrument directly. So there are lots of instruments you can put in. To get to know the list of instruments that are supported, you can go to the docs from Alda, and then there will be some link somewhere. See, a list of available instruments. If you go in there, you can see all the instruments that are supported. So this is how you specify an instrument. Let's start with a simple piano here, and you can also perform some volume adjustments like I've shown in the example. Let it be default for now. And in this particular example, I have declared all the musical notes inside variables and then placed those variables here. In fact, let's do the same here also. Let's declare a variable called as let's say line 1, which will denote chord line 1, and then we also are having the second line, right? Or maybe we'll come to that later. We'll first finish this, and then this piano will be playing line 1. Okay, coming to line 1, first is C and then G. If you listen to the song carefully, you can see that the first chord gets repeated twice, and then the second chord also gets repeated twice. Okay, let's do that first. Let's go ahead. Okay, so we have C here. I'm playing it on my keyboard now. Okay, so then we are having an A minor here. That also comes twice, and then we are having an F, A minor 7. This is A minor 7. I'll try to play this. Okay, so what I think will be better is, let's just do this 2 times C, G twice, and then A minor twice, and then an F major 7. And then F6. F6 is nothing but instead of the 7th one, F major 7, right? So you don't need to worry about all this. All you need to do is give the chord name in Alda, but I'm just going through this simply. And then you have this. So you're having A minor, and then it ends with an F major 7 and an F6, right? F major 7. This is how you have a major 7 chord. If you are not sure of that, you can go and read the Aldax docs here. Major 7th, this is how you do it. And then a 6th chord. There should be some chord within here. Let's try this. Seems like a G again comes up here. Okay. Yeah, A minor 7th is supposed to come, but what we'll do is, instead of a chord there, we'll put the note G itself. That should be fine. Okay, so let's have a listen. Let's see how it sounds till now. Of course, you'll have to start the Alda server before you go ahead and play it. It takes about 10 seconds. And then so Aldax song.aldax and a space song.alda will parse the file, this file, and then convert it into an Alda syntax. So if you can see here, another file has been generated, an equivalent file. So instead of all this chord notations here, you will be having something that is understood by Alda properly. So you can go ahead and play what has been generated using the given command. Let's see how it is. Okay, that sounds good, but there is some things we need to adjust here. After the first two, the second two, that is the G, should be lower. Right now it seems like it is higher. Okay, so we'll change that. So we have to go to lower octave. So you can do that using this left angular bracket. So the rest will go into the lower octave. So we'll check that out. And instead of parsing and then playing in different commands, you can change the commands and then play. Okay, that sounds good. In fact, we need to adjust the timing, of course. And one thing you need to notice how the timing is done in Alda. So first there is a tempo. A tempo is simply means that it is in this case it is 72 beats per minute. So every minute there is 72 beats. So guess where else do you see 72 beats per minute? Okay, if you find that out, you can put that in the comments. Okay, in Alda you can specify the note durations. Okay, this is a comment here. So in Alda you can specify the duration of each note by appending a number besides each note. So let's say you have the note C, you can append a number. It can be a power of 2 or it can be something else, but a power of 2 will fit in naturally. So if you put a 4 besides the note, it means that this note will be at a duration of the tempo itself, that is 1 beat. This will be played for 1 beat. And if you go low, that is 2, this will take up 2 beats, that is 2 beats per the 72. That is out of the 72 beats that happen in the minute, this will take up 2. And if you go smaller, this will be taking 4. So you got it right. So if you go 8, it will take up half the beat. So having this in our mind, let us give the duration. So if you noticed, the duration for the first two chords and the third and fourth chord are correct. Let's have a listen again. If you have noticed, these two chords need to be reduced in their duration. So how we can do that is, in Alda, all you need to do is append a number. But if you look at the syntax for Aldax, this is the chord itself, right? So this chord denotes whatever is here. And then in the bracket you can optionally specify an inversion for that chord if you need it. And then separated by forward slashes, you can have any Alda code. So what Aldax will do is, first it will split this chord into a series of notes, and then prepend this Alda code to every note, and then append this Alda code to every note. So this particular Alda code, that is the appending part, the suffix is particularly useful for denoting this duration, because if I put something like this, it will play out for every note within this A minor will be given a duration of 4. So let's try this out. Not for this one, for this one. Even this should have something like this. Now let's play this. Unexpected 4. Okay, this is an Alda note itself, so you can't have a slash. Only for Aldax based chords you can have the syntax that I showed. Okay, so the default duration in Alda is 4. So this means that everything is 4 by default. Okay, so this should be sped up. Let's reduce the duration for this note by half. Now this should be fine. Okay, so this is going faster. The reason for that is once you specify speed for one note, it gets carried over for other notes as well in Alda. So let's change that by in fact adding duration for all the notes. That sounds fine. Let's go for line 2. Let's have a listen. Okay, so it's a really good composition. If you look at the second line, it doesn't contain any minor chords like this. It just has a C, again 2C and 2G, and then F, and then you have notes, and then go back to C. So I'll play it out here. Okay, so we'll try to do that. Should be pretty simple. Let's in fact copy the same here, because from here to here it is the same. So we have an F here, and then two notes D and E and D, and then C. So we have E, D, and then the chord C itself. Let's what should be the duration? For sure this should be small. Let's give F a 4 and then see how it sounds. After line 1 we are supposed to play line 2 as well. Okay, what is the yeah, again I made the same mistake. For notes you have to follow Alda syntax, so you can't have forward slash. Okay, so first thing that we can notice is the second line is at a very low octave. The reason for that is, since we are moving these chords to a lower octave, before going to the second line we must reset everything back. So this is something you have to keep in mind. You have to reset to the higher octave. That sounds in fact really good. I think we are almost done with this. How about we create another variable like this, song equal to line 1, line 2, and then play the song here. Let's play it twice. Right off the bat we can notice that we should give some more time here, right? So let's change this to 2. and then see how it sounds. Okay, it looks like we're done with the song. Of course, you can go ahead and add some extra nuances to the song. For example, here, right, instead of these two notes, you can do this. So you can go ahead and then along with this E, you can go ahead and play the note G as well, and along with D you can play the note F as well. Let's see how that sounds. We can even increase the duration for a full note here. Okay, this sounds much better. And then when starting the line 2, you can, yeah, this sounds fine. Let's hear it one more time. Oh, so you have to specify this. Sorry. Okay, let's play this just one time here. And how about let's add a bass here. Of course, we are free to add any instruments, right? So let's call this bass 1. And then for the bass, we'll simply just put the root notes for all the chords here. So this will be C, C, G, A. This should be an F, and so is this one. And sorry. Here let it be E alone, and here let it be D alone, and here let it be C1. And for the bass, of course, we are going to a much lower octave, right? So bass needs to be something like this. So we'll go to a much lower octave here, and then of course reset it back. Okay, so our bass is also ready. So along with the piano, let's add a bass instrument. And you can go to the link that I showed you above. Okay, here is the list of bass instruments that is supported. So let's go for the first one now, MIDI acoustic bass, and then play the bass. That's it. That's it. So that's how you write a song in Alda using Aldax's good chord processor, and I'll be uploading this version of the song Let It Be also. And you can come up with new songs, and then you can give a pull request to this as well, to my repo inside this examples directory. And if you need support for more cards, and if you are a developer, you can give a PR for that also. So this is written in Golang, and aldax.go, this is the file you need to look at. Yeah, if you need me to develop some more support for some more cards, you can let me know. Okay. And of course you can go crazy on the list of instruments here. So that is what this is all about, having fun with all the instruments at your disposal. All you need is just text editor and a command line. You don't even need to use Visual Studio Code as I'm using here. You can simply use the inbuilt command line, whatever you have, and then you can use Nano or whatever text editor you already have, and then start jamming. Yeah, this is how the parsed song looks like. Luckily, using Aldax, you won't have to go for complicated syntax like this. Alright, see you. Thank you.